What's up, you guys? Rasati out here in Singapore, and I'm back at it, you guys. Night Owl Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me from whatever corner of the world you're coming in and listening. I really, really appreciate your time. And I want to tell you, as always, I am constantly absorbing from reading material, from movies, from music, from podcasts, from conversations with clients, with family members, from social media, just browsing even. I take in a lot of content on a daily basis. And based on what I'm receiving and what I'm absorbing, I want to kind of share with you the thoughts that run through my head, the realizations that I have around the way, right? So today, I happen to be browsing through my social media feed, and I'm a big fan of tarot cards and oracle cards, and I get really excited when I see things about cups. Specifically, the card that I really look forward to seeing is the Two of Cups. I really get excited because to me it means romantic love. And I may be misinterpreting the whole point of that card, but that's what it means to me. And I get excited, right? So a lot of times when I talk to my clients, I have this image in my head of two people coming together and both of them have a cup in their hand. Now, whatever you can do, you will try to do for the other person, meaning from your cup, you will pour whatever you can into the other person's cup to fill their cup. And vice versa, the other person will do the same for you. But there is a fundamental flaw in that idea because I don't think that it is something that becomes your responsibility where you have to be constantly filling the other person's cup. I think it's better for you to understand what it takes for the other person to feel happy, loved, secure, understood, connected, so that you can help them remember that they can and are able to refill their own cup if need be. Obviously, in dire straits and difficult situations, you're going to pour from your cup into them so that they feel the love and understand that, you know what, whatever it is that they're going through, you got their back, you're by their side, and then vice versa. But I think a lot of times we get attached to this idea that the other person is meant to uplift you. The other person's whole purpose in being in a relationship with you is to support you, to back you up, to fight your battles with you. But sometimes I come across clients who have it in their head that the other person, their counterpart, their significant other, their job is to fight on behalf of them. As in, if somebody were to come to you and say, hey, you're not that great a person, your counterpart is supposed to step in between you and this other person that's, pointing their finger at you and say, no, that's not how you speak to my girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever this person needs to be. But that's not how that works. Because if your counterpart is always expected to step in and do the work for you, you will never learn to do the work for yourself. So this is where I want to really stress the whole point of this message today. You need to focus on your own cup. A lot of times I have clients that have come to me and they're wondering why they seem to repeat the same pattern over and over again. They've been in many relationships and somehow they never ever work. And for some reason they've tried everything possible, but the other person is emotionally unavailable. They don't answer calls or texts. They tend to disappear after a while. They tend to get bored. They tend to cheat. Any of those millions of, reasons for why the relationship is getting ready to fail. But what they don't seem to realize is they don't know what it takes to make themselves happy, so they can't effectively communicate with the other party. Now, this is something I teach my clients when we start working one-on-one. A lot of times we start off with a consult. We'll talk and see if, the way I speak to you feels good to you, right? I feel like someone that might be safe enough to speak to and open up your heart to, and you can actually tell everything that's ever happened without fear of judgment or consequence. But at the same time, you need to understand that the way I will correct you and the way I will point out stuff that you may not have noticed before is meant to empower you with the understanding of what's actually going on rather than just be, pulled around by your emotions the rest of your life. So in this regard, people tend to forget you are in charge of your own cup, which means, first of all, you need to figure out if there is anything in your cup, right? If it's half full or half empty, you need to figure out what your perspective on life is. And then from there, realize that your cup is an open container and can be refilled. At any point in time, it can be refilled. Now, how do you refill your cup though? Well, you need to know a couple of things about yourself. What do you do for fun? What makes you happy? What makes you feel safe? What makes you feel connected? Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Do you like people around? Do you also need time to recover though once you've had people around? Are you the kind of person that can stand by yourself, as in like you can spend time by yourself and not actually worry about, who's around you, or you don't need people in order to feel important? You are happy to spend time by yourself? Or are you the kind of person that you really need people around? You kind of enjoy multiple forms of energy around you and then you feel supported, you feel loved, you feel seen. You need to know these things about yourself in order to focus on your own cup, because in a relationship, you can't forever be pulling from your cup to give to the other person if you don't know how to replenish your cup as well. Now, there are two different dynamics here as well. You need to be able to give. In order to give, you need to know what the other person actually needs so you can give the correct type of love. This is where the 5 love languages comes into play, right? More than that, though, you need to be ready to receive. Now, a lot of people are really good at giving, right? Some people not so great at giving, but they try. Okay, so my job is to help them connect the dots so they give the right thing so the other person understands that they're actually receiving love, not just wasted effort. Okay, but when it comes to your own cup, how willing are you to receive love from other people? Are you willing to open up and tell people what you like and what you don't like? Are you the kind of person that is happy to receive anything? I've had people who have come from nothing, and so they appreciate every little thing that people do for them. And I've had people who come from a very affluent lifestyle where they, haven't really had to work very hard, but they get to experience lavish things like, going out to eat. They experience the ability to go out and buy clothes whenever they feel like it. They always have something new for Christmas and something new for their birthdays and something new for New Year's. They're able to travel and experience life. And that's not a bad thing, but what I'm saying is when things come easy to you, sometimes you tend to keep your expectations very high of how it is that people should show you love. You forget that the simple things in life can actually be very, very comforting. So I've had people from both ends of the spectrum. I've lived on both ends of the spectrum, okay? But in order to understand yourself, you have to be comfortable spending time by yourself. In a situation where you feel like, your energy is a little depleted, you feel a little bit under the weather, you don't feel so great, you don't know what to do. How do I make myself happy? You can't look outside of yourself and hope that somebody else can fill in the gaps for you. They might be able to for a short term, right? It may be a quick fix to go out to dinner with somebody so you can forget your troubles at home. But at some point, you're going to return home. At some point, that stuff is just going to be sitting at your doorstep waiting for you to come deal with them. Troubles don't go away by themselves. You have to sit down and understand them. You have to spend time and look at the pieces, the details, so you can figure out what's actually going on. In those situations, you also need to understand how to replenish your energy. Do you need people around? Would you rather be in solitude? Do you need somebody tell you exactly what to do? Do you know if you need to cry? Do you enjoy crying? Do you enjoy showing your emotions like that? These are things you need to understand about yourself. Because once you understand what it takes to fill your cup, you can better direct people in your life on how to help you fill your cup when they're around you. Now, it's very easy when you're with people, you want to show them that you appreciate them, right? You want to spend more time with them, especially if you feel good around them. You want to show them, hey, you know what? I appreciate you. You're a really great friend. I really love being around you. Let me show you I love you by doing this. But do you realize that the way you like to show love may not line up with the way they like to receive love? And vice versa. So when you have the Two of Cups, when you have a romantic interest in your life, it's really important that you line up all of those things. Find out how they like to show love. Find out how they like to receive love. What feels like love to them. It's the same way as, directing how you have sex, how you make love to each other. You have to direct it. Something may feel painful to you, but if you don't tell your partner, they will not know. They can't feel for you. You have to let them know. The same thing. If you are not the kind of person that really enjoys gift giving, you don't receive it very well, mostly because you're a very private person. You don't tend to advertise the fact that you like certain things. So you like to earn it for yourself and buy it for yourself. When people give you a gift, a lot of times it may not be the kind of thing that you would like, but you still have to show up. You still have to show appreciation because you don't want to offend the other person either. But this is where quiet conversations away from special occasions and celebrations are really essential. So you don't miss the point with each other. You don't have your expectations somewhere and then the other person doesn't meet them and then you automatically think that they don't love you. They may love you with all they have, but you need to be able to understand that and accept that as well. So this is why those conversations are so, so important. And this is why I keep telling my clients, you need to focus on your own cup. How do you fill your cup? How do you appreciate what's in your cup? How long does the contents of your cup generally last for you? If you happen to have a really great birthday, right? Everybody showed up, everybody showed out, you got lots of presents, lots of birthday wishes, you had a really fantastic time. How long will that excitement, that high, that happiness last you? That will tell you about whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Do you need another event like that for you to get that high, that excited again? Or do you need a little bit of downtime so you can like let it ride out a little bit? You can use that energy for a while and it will last. These are things you need to know about yourself, but how do you figure those things out? You have to be able to spend time with yourself. You have to be able to observe where your energy is, what tends to change your energy, what triggers you into a bad mood from a generally constant, content mood. Those are things you need to understand. So this is why it's crucial to focus on your own cup. Yes, you want people around. Yes, you want to give love, you want to receive love. But before you can receive love, before you can give love and feel like it was appreciated, you need to know these things about you. Because once you know these things about you, you will start to notice them in nonverbal communication forms from the people around you. It's all about self-awareness. So please focus on your own cup first. Understand what it takes to make you happy, to make you feel fulfilled, to make you feel safe, to make you feel like you understand your role in your life, to be at peace. Now, if you have any questions, let me know. I have courses coming out that will help you kind of self-direct your own learning and discover for yourself. But if you'd rather work with me, I'm open to that too. You know me, just DM me and then we'll get to talking. But in the meantime, you guys, consider what I've said. No one can make you happy, and especially not if you don't know what makes you happy. So focus on your own cup. Discover what it takes to make you happy. And make sure you do that for yourself too. All right? I love you guys. I'll catch you soon. Bye.